Hello. All right. Jesus. Done the medium. Welcome, Joan. Let's see. All right, we still got 1 minute to go. Special edition of Abs and Core here today. You may notice that I'm coming to you live from 111 McGinnis. We'll see how this goes. My voice definitely echoes in this room. All right, give it 1 more minute and then we can get started here. Tackle this a little bit. Cool. All right, it is 4:30. We can go ahead and get this going. Hopefully some other people will join us. All right, welcome everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. And right now, special edition of this class, I am at Autodesk at Club 111. Good workout plan for us here today. What we're gonna be doing is some ascending intervals as we get into basically 3 rounds of 6 different movements. So it's gonna be our usual kind of EMOM style. Every minute on the minute, we're gonna go over to something else. And ascending intervals means we're gonna start with our longer intervals first. So for the first 6 intervals in that first round, we're gonna be working for 50 seconds out of that minute. We're gonna rest and transition for 10. And then we're going to go back down. So when I said ascending earlier, I really meant descending. So it's gonna get a little easier as we go on. Round 2 is gonna be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Round 3, 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. So as far as those movements go, what we're gonna do is put 2 together here for this first interval. Nothing that we haven't done before, but we're gonna start on our backs here, using the core to keep the back super glued to the ground. So as we go here, the hands will be up near the head. We're gonna tap 1 heel on the ground at a time. And after doing each leg, just gonna do a quick crunch. Now, as we do that crunch, we wanna keep that low back cemented to the ground. Imagine using those core muscles to pull your upper body up or that upper back up off the ground and crush something under that low back. Next up, we're gonna flip on over into a plank position. We're gonna do a little plank to pike. So with those hands planted under the shoulders, we're gonna get into our nice plank position. We're gonna push our tails up towards the ceiling, lock out those shoulders and elbows, push our head through the gap there, and then bring it all the way back down. Nice plank position, nice straight line basically from our head all the way to our heels. So it's important that we really lock in both of these two positions, both that pike and that plank, it's going to make it a lot easier for us to move in between once we really lock those down, get really iron with the core there. All right, next up, we're going to be doing a high side plank. So this is going to really build up our shoulder strength as well as the obliques. Now, a couple options here. If going all the way up high is not great for whatever side that we're using, we're going to do just your regular side plank. So here is our first option. We got the knees bent, nice straight line. Of course, we're working that core and the oblique. But if you want to challenge yourself here today, we're going to be doing that nice kind of long high plank. And so that means 2 feet stacked up on top of each other, or they can be one in front of the other to support. But that hand is down on the ground, oblique is turned on. We're really using the shoulder, and we can reach up to the sky for a little bit of extra effort. But that's going to be our high side plank here today, right in the middle of each round. So we're going to do one side first, other side next, and then we're going to go back into some plank work. Now this time we're not going to be going out of that plank position. We're going to stay in that plank position. You can either be up on the hands or down on the elbows, or we're going to be moving those hips. So core is really tight, squeeze one glute, that one heel comes up, we plant it back down, same thing other side. Really focus on the glute squeeze here, guys. Should really feel one side, just tighten up, just to lift that heel up just a little bit. And be conscious of where that heel is going. We kind of want to go in straight up instead of out to the side. If you feel yourself, the heel, the foot drifting out away from the body before it just goes straight up towards the ceiling, check yourself, give it a little bit of a rest and focus on just that heel going straight up. Finally, we're going to end with each round with some reverse crunch. So lying on our backs here, this is where the lower body is going to be moving instead of that upper body. All right, guys, so from here, big, deep breath. We're gonna crunch here through the core, lift those legs up towards our chest. I wanna keep the knees bent. Big exhales will help us remain nice and strong as we pull those legs up, and then we're gonna control those feet back to the ground. It's really easy as we go along to just slam those feet back down. You guys have control all the way through, even not the hard parts, because that's when we can kind of sometimes open ourselves up to injury and other things like that, just not minding the entire movement. All right, you guys, so that is going to be the lowdown basically of the movements we're doing. Like I said earlier, it's descending intervals, so it's going to get easier as we go as far as the volume and duration. Okay, now that that is said, let's go ahead and jump into our warm-up. And before we do that, just make sure you guys got some adequate space to move. All we're really gonna need is some space on the ground, usually a mat, something that'll make it a little bit more soft than just your pure hardwood is advised. Also, we wanna stay hydrated, so keep that water near. And at any time, if you guys are feeling like you need to rest, grab a little water, just take a little bit of a break. I highly encourage it. A couple breaths, we'll get right back into that work. Rest is very important, almost as important as the work we're about to do. Okay, so let's come down to our backs. We're gonna start out with just some basic heel taps. And as we come down here to our backs, you guys, just take a nice deep breath. Blowing all the air out that we have. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. We're gonna feel our core tighten up, pushing that low back into the ground. Now let's keep that tension going. We can begin to inhale and breathe regularly again, but let's keep that tension. We're gonna lift each leg, bent at the knee here. We're just gonna move from the hips. So one leg comes down, heel kisses the ground, we're back up. Other leg, same thing. We're gonna do a few more each side. And the focus here is obviously keeping that core so tight that we don't feel anything move around that back or that core area. As I bring my right leg down, left side doesn't come up, etc. Nice and controlled. Last one here on each side. Good job, you guys. All right, let's relax those legs. Definitely gonna be some carryover into our first interval there. All right, let's flip it on over. What we're gonna do next is a quick primal press. You wanna get the rest of that body, legs and shoulders warmed up for the planks that we're going to be doing here today. So find your hands and knees position that is comfortable. Hands pretty much right under those shoulders. Knees can be right under the hips. We're gonna curl those toes up, push down through those toes and those palms, bringing those knees up about an inch or two up off the ground. We're staring at the ground, nice straight line here from my head all the way down to my tail. Core is tight, we're feeling the quads wake up. Shoulders are waking up. Let's make sure we're not shrugging. So pull those shoulders away from the ears. Let's do one more breath. Well done, you guys. All right, slowly, let's bring those knees down. Good job. Okay. I don't know about you guys, I'm feeling a little bit more warm. Let's make sure we have our space set up. I'm gonna set up the timer here in a quick moment, and then we'll get to work. All right, so about the usual 18 minutes of work here, guys. Like I said before, if there's any point where you feel like you need to rest or just take a moment, grab some water, I highly encourage it, even if it's not during our programmed rest intervals. Strategize, do whatever you guys need to do to get through here. All right, starting with those heel taps and the crunch. First round is gonna be our longest round. Starting here in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're on our backs, 50 seconds, here we go. So just like our warm up, legs are bent or knees are bent. We're gonna do just one on each side. Keep those legs there, and then we crunch. Back to the beginning of the cycle now. So it's just one each leg and then a crunch. And as we crunch here, you guys, don't use those hands to pull that head up. We really just want to use those upper core muscles, everything kind of right below that chest plate here in front of our rib cage. Good job, y'all. Good job. Good job, you guys. Almost done here. Almost done. Last rep here and time. There we go. Okay, let's flip on over. We got the plank to pike coming up next. Short rest here, you guys. We got 5 more seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. So nice plank position first. Find that starting position, and then we can move out of it towards that pike. It'll be a lot easier once we kind of lock in these two positions, keeping the core nice and tight. And remember, we're starting just like how we're ending, nice straight line in between my head and my heels here. Core is really tight. It's helping to facilitate that. Want to make sure that those hips don't come down too low. So when in doubt, you guys keep that core really tight and then just slowly bring those hips down till it feels right. Then you're most likely in that perfect position for you. Good job. Couple more here. You're doing great, guys. Hardest round first. And time. Well done. Well done. Okay, it's our side plank up next. Remember, we can be down on the elbow with the knees bent, or we can be up high, arm extended, legs extended. Either way, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going on the right side first. So right hand down, right elbow down. All right, same deal here. You guys want to be a nice straight line. You can really feel my oblique working. We also want to keep those regular core muscles up front really, really tight. Good job, y'all. Good job. Man, that is more tiring on the shoulder than I thought it was. Hey, but that's okay, you guys. It's exactly what we're supposed to do. Rest as needed. Couple breaths. I'm right back into it. Break these sets up as needed. Good job, y'all. Good job. We are almost done. We're getting there. And time. There we go. Whew. Staring at the clock for the last few seconds definitely does not make it go faster. I can tell you that. All right, guys. Other side now. So it's the left hand or the left elbow down. Let's get into it here. We go. All right, y'all. Core is really tight. Not only on the side, but up front, all the way around. Think of making a nice belt of tension here. Breathe. Don't hold that breath. We got 20 more seconds. Let's see how much we can do here. Excellent work, you guys. Excellent work. Way to push. Less than 10 here. And time. There we go. Rest those hips, rest those arms and shoulders. Good job, you guys. Okay, up next is our plank with the hip extension. So we have an option here. You can be up on the hands or down on the elbows. You're gonna see me down on the elbows for the majority of today, but core is really tight. Let's get into it. And then squeezing one glute, lifting one heel straight up towards the ceiling. Be wary of that heel going anywhere else but up first. A little bit of wavering is totally okay, but we just don't want to feel like our leg is going to kick way out to the side at first movement here. Think about a really tough squeeze, bringing that heel just straight up. Good work, you guys, good work. We're getting close to the end here. Let's keep pushing. Good. Remember, don't take those hips too high. We're almost done. And time. There we go. All right, guys, on to our last thing of round one. Longest round also, or almost in the books. Let's lay down on our backs. It's the reverse crunches here in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Big exhales. We're just trying to shorten all this tissue here in front. Bringing those knees up to the chest. Maybe even lifting the back of those hips up off the ground as well. Good job, you guys. Good job. Big, strong contractions here in the front, every rep. It's okay if you have to reset like me. Just want to make sure we're getting the highest quality of reps here. Big squeeze every time. Good job, y'all. Almost done. And time. There we go. Good job, you guys. Okay, final short resting period. We're going to go right back into the heel taps and the crunch so you can stay lying down on your backs. Let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This time we're not working for as long. 5 seconds less. Let's keep the quality nice and high. Remember, it's just one tap for each leg and then a crunch. You can think of our reps kind of in bursts of 3s here. Good work, you guys. Good work. Way to stay solid through that core. Keep the whole back glued. I know this one burns. Good work, you guys. Good work. We're almost done here. Almost done. One more rep in us for sure. And time. There we go. Okay. Plank to pike up next. A little bit longer to rest here now and throughout the rest of our workout. So let's get ready to go. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're finding that plank position first. Nice straight line. Then we're pushing those hips up and coming down nice and slow, nice and controlled into that position that we started in that plank. Good work, everybody. Good work. Keep that tension going. Don't lose that tension as you come down. Breathing as we go here, you guys. I know it's tough. You want to hold your breath. Got to dissociate that from our brains. Tension, keeping that tension. Want to still be able to breathe. All right, you guys. Time to rest. Whew. Right on time there. Okay, it's our high side plank up next, or side plank variation, I should say. We're starting with that right side once again. Gonna get going here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. There we go, y'all. Hand planted pretty much right under the shoulder. Good job, everybody. Good job. Way to push. Keep that oblique nice and tight. Take little rests as needed. We're about 15 seconds away from rest. Here we go. Good work. Keep that shoulder away from the ears here. And time. There we go. Good work, everybody. Good work. Okay, we're flipping onto the left side now. Getting right through the meat of round 2. Let's go ahead and get going here in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's find that good position. Good job, you guys. Good job. I know something that always helps me, the palm right under my rib cage here, just kind of helps me determine, hey, which direction is my body really pointed? Am I nice and solid through here? Good job. Good work, everybody. Remember, stay hydrated as needed. Little breaks can make all the difference in our performance, how our nervous systems react, how much oxygen we're absorbing, etc. These are all things that are going to help us feel a little bit better and work a little bit more efficiently. And there we go. That is time. Good job, you guys. We are through round 2 of those side planks. It's another plank up next with our hip extension. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get moving. So find that good starting position first, and then it's one glute squeeze after another. And as we lift one leg up, you guys want to make sure that our hips with those headlights on the front are still blinding the ground, and we're not aggressively twisting or trying to get stability from other parts of the body. That's what our core is for. We're here to resist force and also transfer force. Good job, you guys. Keep working. Nice quality reps here, you guys. It's okay if we have to take breaks. And time. There we go. All right, you guys, coming to the end of round 2. It's our reverse crunches. And then we're going to slow it down, working for 40 seconds in that final round. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunches. Here we go. Good job, you guys. Control those legs all the way down. Great work, you guys. If quality means just bunching a few reps together and really focusing on just those at a time, totally cool. Got about 10 seconds left. Let's keep pushing. And time. There we go, you guys. Okay, final 15-second rest interval. We're going to stay on our backs here. We got the heel taps and the crunch. 40 seconds. We're starting round 3 here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, so both legs are up. Remember, just moving from the hips here. Don't bend those knees at all. Try and get those feet to the ground. One tap on each side, and then a nice little crunch. Good job, you guys. By now, we kind of know how and where to push in this workout. It's just a matter of doing it here in this last round when we're more tired. It's the end of the day. Good job, you guys. I know you can do it. We got one more rep in us. And time. All right, great job, you guys. Okay, plank to plank up next. Longer rest and transition periods here in this round. Let's appreciate it, but don't also take it for granted at the same time. Get your water, get your breaths in. We're going here in 3, 2, 1. Find that good high plank position. Nice straight line. Then we can get into that pike. Keeping it nice and solid as we come back down. And remember, those shoulders too, we want to make sure those are ending in our back pockets, that we're not shrugging right here in our plank. Good work, everybody. Good work. About 10-ish seconds left. Good. Keep it going. Love to see it. Almost done. And time. There we go. Good job, you guys. Okay, it's our planks, side planks, I should say. Side planks are up next. We've got about 10-ish seconds for the rest. Remember, we're starting on our right side, keeping it congruent to the rest of the workout. We're gonna get started here in 3, 2, 1. Let's get ourselves up. There we go. Good job, y'all. Good job. Really want to feel those obliques and the front as well. Remember, big belt of tension. Good job, y'all. Shoulders away from those ears. There we go. Good job, everybody. Good job. Way to work. Got about 10-ish seconds left. Stay with me here. Push it a little bit if you can. And time. There we go. Oh, man, that was tough. Good job, you guys. Okay, left side. Last time we got to do it. Still got some adequate rest here. Good job, y'all. Okay, we're starting here in 3, 2, 1. Let's get up. Good job, y'all. Way to work. Let's keep it nice and solid through the middle here. Shoulders away from the ears. Good work, everybody. Good work. I see you guys working here at the end of the day. Good. Less than 10 seconds to go. Come on, stay with me. And time. There we go. Man. Final few seconds on the clock feel like eternity. Okay, everybody. Plank with the hip extension next, then we're going to close it out with our reverse crunch. Still got a few seconds to rest. All right, let's find our starting position, whether it's high or low. And here we go. Into our plank. Find that nice tight core. Good job, everybody. Good job. Take little rests as needed. Good work, everybody. Good work. Few seconds left. Keep pushing. All right, guys. Almost time for our last thing. There we go. That's time. Let's take a little rest. All right, reverse crunches coming up last. 40 seconds worth. Still got 10 seconds to rest. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Final 40 seconds. Remember, big crunch between bottom of our rib cage and the top of the pelvis here. The only difference is the upper body's staying down. We're bringing those hips and those knees up towards our chest. And if that's feeling easy, guys, try and pick up the back of those hips as well. Try and pick all those glutes all the way up and really create a short space here up front. Couple reps left. Here we go. And time. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right, guys, take a moment, stand up or sit up, do whatever you need to do, and maybe walk around the room, sip on the water, stand up and stretch a little bit. It feels good to stand up and get just up off the ground where we were just doing all that work. All right, so let's go ahead and cool down. What we're going to do is come down to the ground here in a moment. Once we're ready, once our breaths are a little more caught, we're going to start in a hands and knees position. So coming down, we're going to get into some child's pose. So from here, you guys, the hips or the knees don't have to stay directly under the hips. If you want to widen them out a little bit and bring the feet together in the back, if that's comfortable for you, by all means, get into whatever comfortable position you know For the child's pose, I'm gonna walk my hands forward and then sink my hands, or my hips back, not my hands, my hips back towards my heels and come down into a spot that feels comfortable. Feel free to rest your face, chin, or cheek on the ground or on the mat. Once we get into this position, we're just trying to stretch out the hips and the low back a little bit. Let's focus on bringing nice, big, deep inhales to the bottom of that torso, really kind of blowing it up like a balloon. And then slowly controlling that exhale. Maybe blowing some of that air out like you're blowing through a straw. With each breath, we're just getting closer to being more calm. Each exhale, we're just taking it a little bit longer than the previous one. Good job, everyone. Let's do one more big breath, biggest one yet. Good job, you guys. Okay, slowly, let's begin to rise. Put some more weight into those hands. And then we're gonna come down and almost do the opposite. We're gonna come all the way down to our stomachs, lengthen all the way out into a nice prone position. So this is all the way down on our front side, legs extended. We're gonna keep our hips and the rest of our lower body connected to the ground here and just do a couple little cobra reps here. So hands up around head level or maybe even a little bit higher. Where what we're gonna do is push ourselves up, keeping those hips connected to the ground. Once we get up into a comfortable position, just look forward, try and breathe. Good job, everyone. Let's do one more breath. Slowly lower yourself down after that. I'm gonna hang out here for one breath on the ground. And we're gonna do one more rep. So whenever you're ready, push down through those palms, straighten out those arms, hips are staying connected to the ground here. We're just breathing into the front of that stomach, all that tissue we were just using on the various crunches that we were just doing. Let's do one more breath. And then on that exhale, we're slowly letting ourselves down. Whole body's gonna meet the ground here. Take a breath here on the ground just to make sure everything came back down in its rightful spot. From here, you can flip onto your side or push yourself up in whatever way you see fit. Take your time. Good job, everybody. Okay, that is all the time I have left for abs and core. It is 5 o'clock on the dot. Thank you guys for joining me here in this special session where I'm actually teaching classes, where I used to teach classes and where I will hopefully be teaching classes in the very near future. I hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. Take care. I will see you guys in the next session.